My name is Nur Mizan Qaisara Binti Daud, and I am from SK TEMENGGONG RAHMAN. I am 12 years old and from SEGAMAT, Johor. I have a lot of hobbies, and reading is one of them. My favorite kinds of books are English novels, especially ones that are just the book I'm about to show you. This book is called The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The author of this book is Jeff Kinney. This book was published by Puffin Books. It was published on April 1st, 2007. Fun fact, this book is also known as Greg Heffley's journal. You must be wondering, who is Greg Heffley? He is a 12-year-old kid who is trying to survive middle school with his best friend, Robert Jefferson. His goal in school is to become popular, but no matter how hard he tries, he still can't be popular. Have you ever heard of the cheese touch? One day, a kid named Darren Walsh touched a moldy cheese that had been sitting on the school basketball court for a long time. People start calling it the cheese touch. If you ever get the cheese touch, it is stuck with you until you pass it to someone else by touching them. The only way to protect yourself from the cheese touch is to cross your fingers. One day, Greg's school announced that there's an opening for the school cartoonist job in the school paper. Greg thought that maybe this is his chance to become popular. He teamed up with Riley to make a cartoon together. After school, Riley went to Greg's house and they got to work. Suddenly, Greg got a brilliant idea. He made a punchline where every strip is Zooey Mama. That way, they can just focus on the drawings and won't need to write actual jokes. Eventually, Greg started to get bored of the Zooey Mama idea. He told Riley that maybe they should come up with new ideas, but Riley wanted to keep the Zooey Mama idea. Riley then packed his stuff and went home. When Greg got to school the next day, he took his comic to his teacher. He saw some other comics from the other kids. He thought most of them were pretty bad, so he wasn't too worried about the competition. The next day, after the school morning announcement, Greg was so happy because he is now a cartoonist for the school paper. The paper then came out at lunchtime. He thought that many people would come up to him and tell him how great his comic was, or maybe ask him for his autograph, but nobody came. He started to get a feeling that something was wrong. He grabbed one of the papers, went to the bathroom, and when he saw his comic, he was shocked. Unfortunately, the teacher had made some minor edits to his comic which completely ruined it. Greg knew he won't be signing any autographs anytime soon. One day, the school paper came out again. Greg quit his job as a school cartoonist after his comic was ruined. He was confused on why was everyone laughing at the school paper. He grabbed one for himself and could not believe his eyes. It was a comic from Riley. Greg was jealous because the teacher didn't change a single word from any of Riley's jokes. Greg was also jealous because Riley was getting all the fame that was supposed to be his since Riley used the Zooey Mama idea. After school, he had a little talk with Riley at the school basketball court. They must have talked too loud because people started to crowd around them and cheer, "Fight! Fight! Fight! Fight!" They didn't know what to do since they've never been in a real fight before. Suddenly, he heard screeching from the school parking lot. A bunch of teenagers came out of a truck and started heading their way. Everyone ran for their lives except Greg and Riley. The teenagers grabbed them by their hands. They couldn't do anything because they're too weak compared to teenagers. Greg, on the other hand, was more concerned about the cheese that was a few feet away from them. The teenager must have saw what he was looking at, and the next thing they did was unbelievable. They made Riley eat the moldy cheese. Greg was so disgusted he was about to throw up. After that, the teenagers left. The next day, people crowded around where the cheese was supposed to be. Riley started to panic because if anyone knew that Riley was the one who ate the cheese, then he has to move out of the state, or maybe even country. Greg decided to be brave and speak up. He told everyone that he was sick of the cheese being there, so he decided to get rid of it once and for all. Everyone froze. Then everyone started running and screaming because that means Greg has the cheese touch. really appreciated what Greg did for him, and they started hanging out again after school. I like this book. This book shows me that friendship is even more important than popularity. I like this book because of the style they use. They use handwritten fonts, and every page has a little doodle or picture on it. It makes the book look more like a journal and more interesting. To be honest, Greg thinks that having a cheese touch isn't that bad at all. At lunch, he got the table all to himself, and when it's time for physical education, he will get sent out because no one wants to team up with him. That isn't a problem to Greg though. I appreciate taking your time hearing this story. That's all from me. Thank you.